Hi guys, well it's been a while. I finally got myself out to do some camping. I'm only doing one night because work's a bit crazy, but I've just arrived on a site I've never been before. I found it on the Nearly Wild Camping website, which I'm going to put a link to on this video. So I'm visiting somebody who's a farm owner who've given out some land, and they also say that they've got a wild camping area as well. It's called Sexhow Farm, which is a I'm sure they get some interesting comments about it, but I've just found it. As I say, I've never been here before, so you're going to experience what I experience. What I will say, and this place has never had any reviews, and I've spoken to the owners, and a girl called Lucy, who's one of the owners, I think it's an husband and wife team, has been so friendly and so nice. I told about the YouTube channel, really excited that I'm coming to see her, and to me that's a massive plus, because I'll never return to sites where the owners are particularly friendly, and it's nice that you're getting somebody that clearly welcomes people camping there. The park, and I'll put some links to it. The park farm is in Yarm, which is just off the North Yorkshire Moors. Beautiful part of the Wales, not too far from Middlesbrough. About an hour and a half drive for me. So I've got all my kit. I'm travelling a bit heavy because I'm only doing a night, and to be honest, I'm not going very far. They even give you a wheelbarrow to carry your stuff, but I think I can carry what I've got anyway. So I'm gonna take some little short videos, hoping to do a couple of reviews as well while I'm here. The weather is beautiful, which is nice. At least I can pitch dry. I'm not bothered about what it does after that, but pitching dry is always a bit easier and a bit more fun, and the ground's a lot more solid. So I hope you enjoy what I've got to say, and what we've got to show you, and hopefully we'll have a good camping experience. So I'll speak to you soon. Okay guys, so I've just met Lucy, the owner. What a lovely person. This is actually a start-up, so this is the first year they've been doing it. It is a wild camping experience. I'll take you down where we're going to go, but how they've set it up is amazing. There's a stream here and everything. She's quite cool for wherever you want to camp. Yeah, so look at that. That's the Cleveland Hills, if you want to know where I'm looking. I've already seen some hawks and plenty of nature. This is just what we need. Well, I'm pitched up. I don't usually camp in the summer, and now I know why, because it is about 23 degrees. I am absolutely sweating. I've just been laid out in the tent with nothing on, just to cool down, so you've missed that bit, thank God. But what a sight, what a beautiful place. I'm gonna, obviously show you a little bit more around and sort of what you've got. But here's me pitched up. Let's just show you what we've got. So there's the trusty Coleman. Just made myself a lovely brew, about a litre of water in 3 minutes. You all saw the review. That's it being field tested, and a nice brew. Okay, so inside I'm set up, probably not the best of views, but basically I've brought me Van Gogh single, but this is a 2 and 3 season bag, and you can actually remove the layer. Thank God I brought it. As I say, I'm not a summer camper, so this experience of being red hot is just not for me, but it's cooled down a little bit now. As you can see outside, and it balances a bit, this is where I am, right in the middle of nowhere. Basically the wild camping site is like a little sort of dip valley really, and there's a chemical toilet over there if you can see it, but they actually have some proper toilets a bit further up the way, and a tap, freshwater tap, so you can fill up your bits and pieces. But so here's a little tip for you. This is something I bought pretty cheap a couple of years ago. Because the water's over there, basically this is about 5 litres, so I filled this up, just hung it off a tree using a carabiner, and it just enables me just to get some water on tap. Particularly handy if the tap's miles away, or some distance away. I always put a desanitizing tablet in. I always do that, it's always a good idea. But basically there's a water supply, so it's just a little tip. If you can get one of them, dead handy. Yeah. Well guys, I've got my hat on because it's a bit hot. It's starting to cool down a little bit now, which is great. Got a couple of scratches and stuff, general wild camping. But I just wanted to talk really about what's been going on and why
sites like this really need the business. First off, to review this site, it's amazing. I've probably never met anybody more friendly. Typical farmer's wife, fit as a fiddle, dogs, everything, enthusiastic. But one thing I like about these people here is that they want to preserve nature, and to me that is the most important thing. We've got so many terrible things going on in the world. We're losing natural forests and things like this, and places like this really need the support. Now, I'm not on any commission. I've paid, even though she wasn't keen because she knew I was doing a review, which is the sort of person she is. No, I've paid the 20 quid. It is a night, minimum one night, cheap as far as I'm concerned. What this is really about is, the last 2 years we've had a terrible time, and I think we've understood now the importance of getting out and enjoying the world. And for the poor people that haven't got the chance to do this, my channel is dedicated to that. There is a cheap way of getting out and putting money back into your economy in your lovely country, because wherever you live there'll be a beautiful part of the world you can go see. And United Kingdom, we've got lovely places to go. I'm literally on the edge of the North Yorkshire moors, which, you know, if I was a massive hiker, which I can't because as some of you know I've got a bust knee, so I can only do a little bit, this is an ideal place. For me, we need to get out and about. There's people clamouring to go on expensive holidays or a week in Spain, and I understand that, but your country needs your money right now, and it needs your income. People like this want to preserve nature and offer something to people like me, people like you, to enjoy the beauty of just being among nature. And look for a wild camping site, support a local farm who's giving away some land so that you can enjoy the night there. Do what you can, because everything you do will help bring the economy back. And the good people, the farming industry, everybody's been hit, but people like this, these are the people that we need to be supporting. So forget your holiday abroad, find somewhere nice in your country and go visit it, buy the local produce, make friends again. You know, for me, that's something I'm passionate about. For me, camping is everything. The whole point of the channel really is to encourage you to get out and about. Now, this is not about wild camping, this site, my site at all. To me, whether you're going out in a caravan, a motorhome, tent, whatever, and I've done it all, it's about just getting out and exploring the world and exploring your country and visiting other places, meeting new people. This site is a specific type of site, okay? This is not a commercial site. So if you are looking to take your family in your fancy new Van Gogh Airbeam tent or whatever you've bought that cost you £1,000, this is not the site for you, okay? It's as simple as that. There is other sites like that, and again, I don't knock them. I've stayed on sites like that when I've had the caravan. I've needed all the mod cons for the kids. This is not that sort of site for you. This is a site for people who want to rough it a little bit. There's a tap and there is a compost toilet and an actual toilet that they've just built. That to me is luxury, okay? This is a site ideal for hikers because the walks are up and down. You need a decent level of fitness if you want to go exploring. As I said, there's a bit of a trek from where you park. It's not a big deal. But if you are into your hiking and into your nature, and you are just on the edge of the Yorkshire moors, I'm pointing to them, you're just on the edge of the North Yorkshire moors, this is the place for you, without a shadow of a doubt, because it is a switch off. You are among nature. If you're into flowers, bird watching, anything, it's all here for you. And it's cheap, and the people are absolutely marvellous and lovely as well, which to me is a plus. I'll never return to a place, like I said, when people aren't very nice. This is a site that's a little bit dangerous. You're going to scratch yourself, you might trip, you may slide down the bank. I've done it. First time Lucy's found out, but I actually went down the bank because I didn't go down the right bit. Quite funny, but I've got the right kit, so I ain't worried. But, you know, these sharp things are going to scratch you, so have a good first aid kit with you. It's not dangerous, but any hikers know that you're among nature. This is not cut out paths, there's not little steps down to things. It is a proper out of the way nature place. So if you're an health and safety freak, don't come here, okay? Because you're in the middle of nature, just like you would if you turned up in Scotland wild camping. You're literally in the middle of it, and that's what I love about the site. It's not been prepared. She's cut the grass a little bit, you know, mowed it down a bit, put a few stones there, maybe a barbecue, who knows, but that's all I've done, and that's all it needs, because to me, I'm here on my own because I've suffered mental health issues in the past. This is my way of switching off just for a day. I'm going to stay in the night because I've got to get back to work on Friday. But to me, this is how I switch off. And if you are suffering or have suffered, think about doing this, because it is a lovely way to unwind and just breathe. Okay, I've never felt so relaxed yet. I'm a bit tired, I've had to pitch, I'm sweating, but I feel really chilled and relaxed. And that's because I'm among all this, look. This is it. Nothing else. Just me. It's only me here. This place has 6 pitches, but Lucy's also said that you can find a little pitch of your own if you want and just go and explore. There is a beautiful little pitch which I would have grabbed right next to the sort of little mini waterfall of the brook, but unfortunately it was really wet and the pegs wouldn't have took it. But I've got my eye on that for next time I come, so if it's dry, that's where I'm going to certainly come. So I hope this is giving you food for thought. I'm going to try and do some of the footage and sort of splice it together. I'm not an editor, you know I'm not, so it might be a bit mismatched, but hopefully it's just going to get you a sense of what we're doing. But I just hope that this gives you something to think about. And as I say, if you are looking for a different experience, there is lots of commercial sites, different types of sites, there's glamping sites, and to me, I'm all for them. Don't matter what you do, I've done them all. This is further on in my life, this is where I've come back to. This is my roots, where I just sit and chill, and I will sleep like a log. I've got the sound of the river next to me, and I'm going to have the brew with God, and I'm going to have that with you. And I'll explain to you, no matter who your God is, I'm going to have the brew with God in the morning with you, and you're going to know what I mean, and it's the best thing you'll ever do. So I'm sending you much love. I hope that this is, you know, giving you something to think about, but it's really nice to be back with you guys, and I'm glad you're all still here and you're all well. And I hope this gets a few views and a few people thinking. I've only got a few subscribers, but I get a lot of views, and hopefully, you know, we'll bring some business to local businesses and local farms, because they need it. You know, put your money back into the economy, put your money back into the local people, not Disneyland, not some bar in Spain. It's beautiful people, beautiful world we live in. Go and enjoy it. I'll speak to you soon. So this video is a bit all over the place. I've just had my tea. It was nice sausages. So I'm going to give these a shout, right? I got these, never used them before. Travel Buddy biodegradable large wet wipes, okay? The good news about them is, not that you would leave them on site, but if you did, it's just bamboo fibre, so they're absolutely, you know, cool, just runs away. But what's this about them, and I never knew this, is how big they are. Look at this, right? So that is a Travel Buddy. So it's like a towel, and really tough as well. It's got aloe vera on it, it's pH balanced, no alcohol on them. So yeah, great for just, you know, giving yourself a little wash, a bit of a clean. I've been sweating like a pig today. So yeah, thank God I'm sleeping alone tonight, because I'll stink. But yeah, little shout for them. Travel Buddies, give them a shout. So this is what I'm gonna do tonight. So basically, I filled the Coleman up with water. There's about 1.5 litres in there. So I'm gonna boil some for a cup of tea a bit later on, and then I'm gonna have that ready for the brewski in morning. So obviously I'll just leave the cover on tonight. And then I can just boil it again in the morning, so it just saves me having a trip to get some more water. Looking forward to it. So the sun's just going down. This is what we're looking at the moment. Look at that here, nature. Yeah, I don't know what time it is, I haven't got a watch on, that's how bothered I am, that's how chilled out I am right now. But yeah, we're all there, we're all getting settled even for the night. And I hope you're enjoying this little trip out with us. So guys, not good news. Guess what sprung a leak? Our Coleman has sprung a leak. It's basically leaking. I'm in there. It's dripping out, look at that. What's happened is, I can't take it off because it's hot at the moment, but one of the little spares that it attaches to has sprung a leak. So I am not happy at all. Luckily it's not too fast. I've just battered it down with my multi-tool to try and slow it down a little bit, which it has done, but it's dripping water, as you can see. That is not good. Coleman, I will be talking to you. So I've just boiled up, and this is what's happened. This little nodule thing here, and you can see where I braid it a little bit with a tool to try and slow it down. Can you just see the crack? That's there, look. That's what's appeared. Now I'm narked because I've only used this is only the second time I've used this out in the field, so this shouldn't be happening. Obviously with some weakness in the metal, and as I've boiled it and cooled it, it's a cared lock, and obviously it's got bigger as it's got hot. So, not happy. That's not good, is it? So, I'm going to send a snotty email to Coleman. I'm going to refer them to my review, and some people have bought them off that. I'm sure they won't be too scared with my 20 odd followers, but you never know. What do you think, guys? Do you think they owe me one? I think they do. Yeah, that's rubbish. Luckily, it's not leaking enough to stop me boiling up, because if I couldn't have my brew, then there would be absolute hell on, and I would be not happy. Because although I do have a mess tin I could have boiled up in, but that's not the point. Look at that. Well, I hope that happened to you. Let me know if it did, because I'd be curious. But yeah, rubbish. Anyway, I'm going to have my cup of tea. So, I've had my brew and all is well with the world. A bit of a rant there about my Coleman. I'm not happy about that, but it's not going to ruin it. How can I be upsetting in weather like this, in a lovely place like this? I just want to really say something. I usually say this and I forgot. Just want to thank you all for your lovely comments. It really means a lot. I don't post a lot, and I apologise for that. It's due to basically the lockdown, not being able to get out. Also, just work has been incredibly busy. So, but I intend every time I come out to take you with me, and I hope, you know, as rough as these videos are and not particularly well edited, because that's not what I do. Yeah, you have a bit of fun sort of joining me, and it gives you some ideas. So nicely settled in now. It's about 9 o'clock. Still light. As you can see, what I've done with the tarp is just make a little bit extra storage, so if it rains on a night, my kit's going to be nice and dry. As I say, inside, nice and cosy. That's a new pillar I've got. It's Swedish design, well recommended and really comfortable. And yeah, just waiting for the sun go down. I'll see you then.
Well, good morning, good folk. It's about 6:30. Slept like a log. Bringing the two-season bag was a really good idea. It kept me nice and warm and comfortable. Never once felt the cold. Just amazing night's sleep. Sound of nature outside. Just looking at the river. Yeah, really good sleep. Yeah, I feel incredibly good, refreshed. Caught the sun a bit, which is good. Do with a bit of that. And then we're gonna have a brew with God. So, hope you join me. See you in a bit.
So, you lovely folk, this is the brew with God. To me, it's the first brew of the day. You open the flap and the beautiful air rushes in, and it just smells great. The plan was that this was going to be full of water, so with the lid on. So all I had to do in the morning was get it on the heater. Of course, it's leaked, so I'm going to fill it up and I'm going to crack on. So here's the brew, it's all done. So while I enjoy that, a quick chat about packing away. This might be obvious to some, but I know some people have fell for this. Your tent is always going to be reasonably damp. If I was to stay here, wait for the sun to come back out, it probably would dry out. But I ain't going to be. I'm going to be getting off in a bit. So it's always a good idea when you're packing up. It's always going to be damp. So always remember, when you get home, get your tent out and let it dry out thoroughly. If you pack it away damp, you're going to risk mould, you're going to have bacteria growth, which is natural, particularly in the sleeping area. Sometimes I'll actually sling the sleeping area on a
cold wash, just to give it a clean with a bit of disinfectant. It does make a difference. It stops your tent smelling. But always remember, when you're packing away, remember to unpack when you get back. Let it thoroughly dry out before you put it all away again.
I'm back, just hanging all my kit up in my tent just to let it dry out a little bit in the sun because it was a bit damp. Never pack damp, and if you do, always dry it out, otherwise your tent will be ruined. So I've said all I've got to say really. Absolutely fantastic site, so friendly. I couldn't believe it. Probably the most friendliest people I've ever met really. The only thing I would sort of add is if you have sort of joint injuries or back injuries, there is a little bit of physicality required in this. I'm sort of mid-level fitness, and I struggled a little bit. I have a knee injury that's about 20 years old, and it twinges a little bit, nothing terrible, but you actually walk down into the sort of valley ravine type thing really, and getting out again you've got quite a walk, and a bit of a climb. So if you're on your own with heavy kit, you're looking at about 5 to 6 flights of stairs to sort of walk up. There's no steps or anything like that, and if you are coming, consider that. That's all I would say. You do get a wheelbarrow to take your kit, like I said, but you wouldn't take that into the sort of camping area because you then got to get a wheelbarrow uphill, and obviously that's going to be a bit of a struggle for you. So if you're on your own, have a think about that. Also, if you are planning on going and you're going to do some exploring, it is absolutely a raw site. There's no handrails, there's no steps, so go in the best kit like I've said, or you're going to come a cropper. But apart from that, Lucy, brilliant site, absolute thumbs up, and give it a try guys. Take care.